Hi, this is Tiffany with Faith to Walk Ministries, and we're going to talk about dead pumpkins. Be right back. Okay, so a few months ago, I come out here to this little junk pile I've got over here, and this is, well, it's pretty junky. But I throw a lot of my, dead watermelons and pumpkins and things like that I need to get rid of. Well, earlier this summer, a vine started to grow along this fence here. And I realized that it was a pumpkin plant. And a little pumpkin started to grow on there. And I was really excited about that. But, life gets busy and I forgot about my little pumpkin. And then came the scorching heat of summer. And the next time I came out here and looked at my little pumpkin, well, this was it. It had shriveled up and died. I was kind of sad about that because I thought, I could have this pumpkin and display it on my front porch, or I could make a pie out of it. But now it's dead. So it's kind of sad. Well, maybe a week or two later, I come out to my yard and I notice that there are about 5, 6, 7 little pumpkin plants growing all over the ground just a few feet away from where my little pumpkin had died. And at first I thought, is this some sort of miracle? But then I realized my little pumpkin, when it had died, it had gotten some little holes in it, and the seeds that were inside of it had become perfectly dried. And when the rains came a couple of weeks later, it washed the seeds out of the pumpkin, washed them all over to the ground, and those seeds began to grow. And so from that little pumpkin, I have now a little pumpkin patch. And there are maybe 5, 6 little pumpkins growing on this little pumpkin patch here, all from this. And I got to thinking about that, and I just want to encourage you. It encouraged me thinking about the times in my life where I thought that all of my dreams had died. All the things that I thought I would accomplish in my life didn't happen. And there were times where I felt like my life was fruitless. And then I realized that when God takes a hold of what we thought died, and we let Him take a hold of it, and He puts it through that process of sometimes the scorching heat of the pain that we face and the things that we go through, He can take that and He can use it for His glory. And He can use it to reach other people and to bring life into other people. And so I don't know what you're facing today, but just remember that even when you feel maybe neglected, like I neglected this little pumpkin, you feel dry and empty, let the rain of God pour down on you and see what He can use your pain and your experience to accomplish. God never wastes a hurt. He always can take our pain and turn it into a purpose. And so instead of asking God, why did you let this happen to me? Why did you let these things happen to me? Instead, ask Him, God, who do you want to touch through the things that I've been through? Use me, God, to bring life and healing into other people's lives. Isn't it awesome to know that we have a God that brings new life into the things that we thought were dead? And this reminds me of a verse. This verse came to my mind as I was thinking about this. And it's the very words of Jesus, who died on the cross. And when He died, everybody thought that all was lost. Satan and all of his armies probably had a party because this Savior of the world had come to an end. But Jesus, before he died, he said, "Truly, truly, I tell you, unless a kernel of wheat falls to the ground and dies, it remains only a seed. But if it dies, it bears much fruit." John 12:24. When Jesus said these words, he was speaking of his own death and how he would die, but then 3 days later, he would rise again. And had he not died and rose again, he would have never accomplished the thing that God had placed him on the earth to do. And that was not only to save those that he knew in his circles, but so that the world would be saved, generation after generation after generation. And it all happened because of his death. So be encouraged today and know that Jesus intends to do the same thing in our lives, to take the things that seem dead and broken and to bring it to life. Thanks for watching. God bless.